I'm earlier back than I had expected. I'm back with breaking news. Yeah. You probably will hear Stitch purring. He's on my lap. Now I'm filming on my couch again, so yeah, he thinks it's a good time to lay here on the lap. And here is Milou. Yeah, you will see probably more cats now. The breaking news. I'm excited about this. It's something new. If you saw my last Flosstube, number 9 it was? Yeah. Then you will know that I stopped the Clue game. I had issues with the original ID came from the Crow Stitcher. It is a great ID, but for me, personally, I had issues with something. Like when you had found the room in Clue. In Clue, it's the game that you have a weapon in the room. And then you have to find out who killed with which weapon in which room to solve the mystery. That was the question. But then you pulled from envelopes. You did the stitch count that was assigned to each murder suspect, each weapon, and each the room was the whip. So then I had, with my first time, that I had like 7 rooms. Then I didn't find the room. Then I had like 7 whips to do before I find the room. And then the other time, Andy had to. I had found the room, but not the murderer and the weapon. So then I had to do like 1,000 stitches on one whip, the same again and again and again until you have found the right combination. So that was not for me. But as I said, it's a great idea if you are a monogamous stitcher or if you have less whips. It's a great idea. Also, I will explain my new game. I'm not going to show whips today because it's too much and it will confuse more. So I'm just going to talk, to explain. I hope it will be clear. For me it is, but yeah, I made the game. So yeah, for me it's clear. What did I do? I mixed up. No, not that yet. Last week when I was thinking about new games, like I changed the temperature game to Uno Flip. The acrostic was the became the Masked Singer. Also, I have a little update on that one. I have the location upgraded to 200 stitches. So now I have for one battle 450 stitches. That will be 1.5 jigsaw piece for the giveaway of the chart. So if I do 2 battles, it is 3 pieces. But the pieces and so on I will do in my Flosstube video. I will explain that on. So I was thinking about different games. I thought about Clue. First, I did 2 weeks ago. I made 3 sets of Clue even. I had one, the original, with Mrs. White and Mrs. Peacock. Then I had made one with Harry Potter, weapons and locations. And then I had made one with supernatural persons, murderers. And I was like, I made all those new games last week. Those are great. I'm not changing them except the stitch count a bit, but for all the stuff is the same. And then I was thinking, the Clue game, where I struggled with. And Sunday I didn't find it. I just made it up. Yesterday I was like, I have to make a game with that will work for me. Yeah, as you know, I'm not a monogamous stitcher and I will never be. I had someone commenting on my other Flosstube, why don't you stitch on one full coverage and one non-full coverage until it is finished? Simple reason, I can't. I'm not a monogamous stitcher. I'm quickly bored. I can't do high stitches in amounts to stitch. Like 500 stitches on a whip is too much for me. I can do it, but I don't like it. What was I going to say again? Yeah, also something you have to know about me. Sometimes I have blanks, like now, but it's happening because I have medication for my blood pressure. I have taken it, but it takes a while until it works. And then I have blanks like this, or I say strange combinations. My brain isn't great yet, so I hope it will be better to explain the game. What I was saying. Now I forgot totally, yeah? Let me think a bit. This is my neighbors. Clue. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, clue. I said I made 3 sets with each person of the Harry Potter, Supernatural, and the Clue game. Here's Wall. Wall. She looks like a Maine Coon. Normally she doesn't show her, so now you see her closely. Yeah, and I was a bit sad I couldn't use them anymore. And then I was telling last night, I wanted to have a game like the TV program Traitors. No, I'm not stitching like view the program and play it or stitch it. I'm not going to do that. Other thing I was saying was, I know again, I'm not a monogamous stitcher. I get bored. I can't do the high stitch amount because I get burned out. That's for sure. So I need the variety of my whips. I can't do that for 1 whip or 2 whips. I tried for 12 whips. In January this year I did 43,000 stitches in that month. It's a lot, I know. But only on 12 whips. That's why Animal Kingdom has now almost 58,000 stitches. Because then in the month I did 15,000 stitches only in Animal Kingdom. Yeah. So, no. And after that month I was like, no, I don't do this ever again. If I do a daily 100, like Whip of Shame, like Jen does, on for a month, I did that in January too on Winter Fox. He isn't come out of my shelf since then. I'm tired of it. So that's the reason why I have a lot of whips, why I lot change, because I stitch more when I have my variety, or I lose my stitching bug with stick to these whips. So that's a bit you have to know about me. The game. So then I came up with the TV program Traitors. I love that show. It's now running here in Belgium. I saw there is that TV program is on other countries too. In other countries like Finland. I saw today in the news there was a real murderer of a real murder done in Finland, and she was a contestant of that game. Yeah, it was that. It doesn't matter. It was just today because I was saying, oh, I need to film my Flosstube Extra, and I was scrolling, and then it just popped up. So it was really coincidence. Yeah. What did I do? First of all, my game is fictively It's not a TV program. It's not famous persons. Not real persons. I used the 20 contestants as they will be the allies. I hope you know a bit the game, the TV program. I will introduce you to the TV program a bit, and then you will understand my game more, I think. So in the TV program, they have 20 allies, 20 contestants. Then 3 of them became a traitor, and the group has to know, or have to know which 3 are the traitors. Each day they do a round table session, and then they banish someone. If that is an ally, then the traitors murder that night. It's all fictively, yeah? The famous persons aren't killed, of course. It's just the game. And they go home. They are out of the game. When they found a traitor and banished him, then the traitors can seduce someone to become a traitor from the allies to move camps. And there is also, they do also daily a game to win keys of the shield room, and the person who gets the shield is protected from a murder from the traitors that night. So that's a bit the game. Okay, now my game. Nee, that was a bit the TV program. Now my game. Oh, see? My brain. I do my best. So please bear with me. I know I'm not always just it's very difficult to explain a game even in another language. I try. Because I want this game out. Maybe other people say, I want to do that. I would love that. It's great. Yeah, I'm so happy with this. So, what did I do? I had 20 contestants, like in the original program. I took 6 Harry Potter persons, characters from Harry Potter, 6 from Supernatural, and 8 from the original Clue. Yeah, I have my list here. It's a lot, see? So that's the basic. I will tell the basic and then go in how I play it. So I took 20 persons. Then I took 20 weapons. Same idea. The weapons I had written down. So 8 from the original Clue, 6 from Harry Potter, and 6 from Supernatural. Yeah, I hope so far so good. And then I have 10 locations, which were in the original the rooms in Clue. So that's the meaning. It started with that. And then as I just explained the show. In the show, they go do a game to earn keys to go to the shield room before they go to the round table. So I used my Flip game first. Flip game I explained in my last Flosstube video. I'm not going to explain that now because then it will be confusing anymore, more confusing, and I don't want that. So just think, I will say it a bit but not fully, how Uno works. I need a part of it. Uno Flip works with set 1 and set 2. I have 10 whips of set 1 and 10 whips of set 2. It was original temperature, so high or low temperature. Maybe that's better to understand. I'm stitching daily Uno Flip. The moment I do this. I do all the stuff for this game. Then I will look at my Uno flip. I will check how many times did I stitch on a whip from set 1 or set 2. So for this time I had 2 whips stitched from set 2. There was nothing from set 1. So set 2, 1. Set 2, 1. And I have 2 teams from the contestants, from the allies. What did I do? I just took randomly a person from the Clue, a person from Harry Potter, and a person from Supernatural, and I repeated until I have them all matched. Then I had 2 teams of 10 contestants. Okay? So team 2 won. Then I needed keys. So what did I do to take the keys? Because I don't really play a game like they do to earn them. The keys are the whip Santa and Precis. And the minimum keys now is 4. Up to the amount of 8. No, at this moment. I will change that as the contestants go lower in amount. So then I spin the wheel and I had 8 keys earned. Because in a real TV show, they also lose keys if they fail something in the game. So that's why not everyone gets a key. So then they go to the shield room, they open a door and they see if they have a key or not. Of course, I can't do that in the stitching game. So what do? I spin the wheel from the team 2 and that person found the shield. So that is one part to start. And I will try to recap at the end when I have explained everything, so you will know what the following order is. So the person in this example was Bobby from Supernatural, found the shield on a location. They had the weapon room on a location. The location was the fair. Dus Bobby found the shield on the fair and it has all stitch count. So for the shield it is 150 stitches and the location is 100 stitches. Oh, I forgot something about the keys. So the keys was 8 and I multiply them by 25. So I have to do 200 stitches on Santa. Every time I do the keys is Santa. That is not changing. Just the amount I will do. So then we had the shield. Bobby had the shield because he was in the winning team 2. And he was 1 from the wheel. And he found it in the location on the fair, 100 stitches. 150 stitches shield, 100 stitches location. Then we had the first round table. There they vote. Yeah, I have some things I added later on because I couldn't do that when I started it. But okay, it's just for starting now. So then we are at the round table. Or will I do them first? No, I will just take it as my list here is. At the round table, the person gets banished. They do a vote in the program and that person goes out. My version. Now at the first time I did just spin. No, I didn't spin. I pulled the card and that was a person who was banished. For banishment, I think it's banishment. Yeah, for banishing. It is 50 stitches. Person. The whip for the person gets 50 stitches. On each card, I have a number of the person, like it was in Clue. So in this example, Miss Scarlet had 75. So I had already 125 stitches to do on her whip. Keep that in mind. I come back on that later. Then my banished person takes a weapon from the traitors with them. That is 50 stitches for the weapon. From the 20 weapons I had listed. In this example, it was 50 stitches on Night at the Circus. My weapons are the 4 I struggle with. So, Kingdom and the 3 for my children. Coloring book, cruising, the information highway, and Night at the Circus. So in this example, it was Circus. And the location of the round table was on Hogwarts. Hogwarts has his own whip. 100 stitches on that one. Okay? So that means I have to do 175 stitches for Miss Scarlet, 50 stitches for the weapon on Circus, and 100 stitches for my location. So far so good, I think. Okay, the round table is done. We go to the evening, there will happen a murder by the traitors. My son pulled out who gets murdered from the envelope. He pulled out a weapon. And the location was the same because I spent the location. So that's the same. They murdered on the same place if the round table was. So he had Hagrid from Harry Potter. Murdering is 100 stitches. So 100 stitches for the murdering. 100 stitches on the card of Hagrid from the original Clue game is 200 stitches. He was murdered with the sword of Gryffindor, 100 stitches, and the same place, Hogwarts, as the round table. So that means 200 stitches for Hagrid's whip, 100 stitches for the sword of Gryffindor, and 100 stitches for the place. So already 200 stitches for the place, the same place. Yeah. Okay. Then, the next part. We have an after party or you call it a memorial, because there was someone banished and someone murdered. So I call it the after party. The person who gets banished and murdered gets 50 stitches extra. So like I said, Miss Scarlet had already 125 stitches. She gets 50 stitches extra because she's out. So she was banished 175 stitches. Hagrid was murdered. He gets 250 stitches because those whips are gone from the list. They are eliminated. Then the after party has a team. Yeah. The team. This is my team, the party board. I just took 5 full coverage kits and I placed them randomly here. And I spinned 2 boxes, and those 2 boxes are the team for the party. The first team was on the Y4. This Y4 is Underwater Ballet. That was for Miss Scarlet. And for Hagrid it was P4. His team was, you can see it well, New York. That's a kit New York. So those 2 gets also 100 stitches. And something else I added. The murder weapon was gone, so that stops. But the banished person had taken the weapon. and they don't know which weapon was taken. So to let know the other persons who to reveal, let's say, what weapon was taken, I do extra 50 stitches for that. So that means the weapon for the punishment gets 100 stitches. Okay? It's not done yet. Two more things. Because I think this will take me a week to stitch them all. Okay? So then we have the group suspect. For today, I picked a random generator number and I spinned, and it was number 19. Number 19 was Sheriff Mills. Today is Sheriff Mills the suspect from the group. Thus it's 100 stitches for her today on her rib. Then there's also not the weapon. The suspect. So I will probably have 5 or 6 suspects when I do the next round table. Then I do the banishments. So then I will spin the wheel and one of those 6 will go out. Because it was a group suspect. The Traitors is my son, and he picks who he wants. He can grab from an envelope or spin the wheel. I don't think he likes that, so I probably will take someone from the envelope. And then I have my weapon suspect. That's the weapon that the banished person will take with him or her. So for today it was the Colt, and that is my daughter's whip. So she gets 100 stitches for that. Then at the end of the week, it's not said one of those 6 will be taken. We don't know. It's a suspect. It's a guess. Let's say it's a guess. Those weapons are a guess. It's the person who gets banished who decides which weapon is taken. So it can be any weapon from the list, of course. Maybe I grab one from the envelope or I do a wheel spin. I don't know yet, but it's just a daily 100 stitches. Because I wanted to work on my family pieces still, and that one it will work like this. Yeah, I think we are there. That is the whole game. So maybe I do a recap of my stitching, or do I just say, I will do it both. I will say the counts and order of what I need, and then the whips the first round I just said. So for murdering, it's 100 stitches for that person, and the weapon 100 stitches. The shield is 150 stitches for that person and 100 stitches for the location. Banishments, the banished person starts with 50 stitches. That person takes a weapon with them, is 50 stitches, and it reveals on the after party, so 100 stitches. Then we have the suspect of the group. Like I said, Sheriff Mills is daily 100. Every day it's another person until we get the next round table. The weapon suspect is a daily 100 until the next table. Uno Flip is still in play for the winning team for the shield. Which team will win? Who gets to the room? And the keys is 1 whip and 25 stitches per key that the wheel says that are earned. And then the person who gets in it, of course. So that's it's simply explained. My whips for this week are this 8 keys is 200 stitches on Santa. Bobby was 150 stitches because he had the shield. It's Hubble Bubble square. He found the shield on the fair. It's the location. 100 stitches. The banished person was Miss Scarlet. She had the number 75 written on her card. Banishment was 50 stitches, is 125 stitches. And 50 stitches extra for her after party is 175 stitches for Miss Scarlet. She took the Avada Kedavra spell from Harry Potter. That was 50 stitches. And she revealed it on the after party, so it means 100 stitches. Yeah. I was thinking about something. She revealed it at the after party. Yeah. And then the place, the place of the round table was Hogwarts, was 100 stitches. The murderer of the killing from the Traitors was Hagrid. 100 stitches for the murder and 100 stitches on his card is 200 stitches, and 50 stitches extra for his memorial party is 250 stitches. He was killed with the sword of Gryffindor. 100 stitches. Nothing extra, because you don't have to reveal it. He was murdered. It's known. And then the same place of the round table was Hogwarts. Suspect of the day is the group suspect, is daily 100 stitches on the person the random number generator says. And then the weapon suspect is also daily 100 from the weapon. And I only have left the 100 stitches for the team, for the party, and for the banished person and the murdered person. So that's it. Whew. Okay, I hope you like this game. It was a lot of thinking, a lot of maybe this or maybe that or switching, and it was difficult. But I like it. I like it. So I think in a week, or I will try at least, I will keep memory game as it is. I still post daily which card, I scratch daily which card we have. It's a memory board game now. I showed that also last Flosstube video. Monopoly is the same. Masked Singer, 1 battle a week. What do we have now? Yeah, Traitors, 1 round table. So everything what it takes. The shield from the keys, shield to the after party. Everything in it for 1 week. And I have Uno Flip, 1 a day. I first thought I would do 2 a day, but it's too much. Yeah, and I don't want to get tired of those whips. Also, I started with set 2 because I didn't want on set 1 first. I did already 3 weeks on that set. So yeah, that's why I started with set 2. Although I said I would start with set 1. Then I closed my video, or I ended my video, and I thought, no, I will do set 2. See, I changed my mind a lot. But it's fine, it's okay, as long as I keep going and as I go, I think. I think it's everything I wanted to say and to explain now. I will think about the jigsaw pieces for the puzzle too, because if we only do 1 battle a week for the Masked Singer, it's only 1.5 pieces. So I need to find a way to let that work too. Maybe I just add the stitch count of Traitors and divide that by 300, and that's the amount of pieces earned. I think that's the easiest way to do and think. Yeah. I still don't know if the acrostics need to, I do need to make more of them. Nobody commented that on the last video, so I don't know. Yeah, I think then I said everything. Memory game, Uno. Yeah, I'm filming with my phone, so I don't have my list. But think of my board. Uno Flip is there. Memory game. Monopoly is there. Yeah, I have a photographic memories. That's why I do this. And the second row was Bad Masked Singer. So I have on my written on my board first Monopoly, Masked Singer, Uno Flip, and here down it is Traitors, Daily, and Jigsaw pieces. Yeah, so that's everything, I think. Yeah, I'm tired. Sorry. I didn't sleep a lot again. With all those thinking and ideas and can I do this and can I do that, I don't sleep a lot. But I'm happy with this result. My youngest son was a bit sad, of course, because he can't pull a card anymore from memory because it's a board now. So I will let him scratch. He wanted to do something too, so yeah. About that. So if you're not here anymore for a bit of live update, you can go now. I will just tell a bit about my son now, my youngest son. I just had a message that the speech therapist will call me today about his intelligence tests he did. So yeah, I'm still waiting for that. She can't call every minute. But yeah, we know already he needs the therapy, so yeah. But it's still the money, how much will it cost us, and when it will start, and where, all those practically stuff. And 2 of them have tomorrow a day off from school. I was forgotten that. It's only my oldest son who needs to go to school tomorrow, and yeah, next week we have the fall holiday, autumn holiday, whatever country you are, for a week. So yeah, I have a lot to do. I still have to stitch. I do what I can. I tried to change, another thing, I changed this because I don't want to have the pressure. Like acrostic was pressuring. I need to do this because it's already a new one next week. So I will just stitch what I can on Traitors 2. Let's say I try to do my daily Uno Flip, memory, and to get Monopoly done before the end of this week. Yeah, and the Masked Singer first battle is already done, so I don't have to think about that anymore. But then I will see how far I get with the Traitors game. If it's not fully done, it's not. Yeah, you will see what I get done. And if it's not done, it just continues. It will take longer to get it all done. It's just because I want to have the stitches. It doesn't matter. It's not the time frame on it. I just want the time frame on Monopoly because I want to film it in my Flosstube video. That's the only reason why I want that done. And if I do now my round of table on Saturday or on Sunday or on Wednesday, it doesn't matter. It's just more suspects and more weapons that can be used or not used. It's just stitching. It's just stitching. It's just all about stitching and progress. It really doesn't matter when I do the next round table. So that's a bit of less pressure too. Now thinking how I said, yeah, so daily, yeah, and the daily stitching for weapon and suspect. Those are the things I want to do daily, and weekly, as I said, Monopoly, Uno Flip week, and oh, I forgot the other one. Memory. So yeah, you will see a lot of whips. Sorry if you don't like that. I am who I am. And I hope I can help other stitchers with this. If you use my game, please credit me for that. Give me the credits. Don't take it on your own. It's a brand new game. I had a lot of thinking about that one. I will also thank again the Crow Stitcher, because she started in fact this idea with the glue game, and without her I didn't have that. So thank you again, Andy. Sorry I quit your game, but it will help someone else, I'm sure about that. I also thought to do the leader of the week. Maybe I still add that one. I'm not saying I will. Maybe. Keep in mind. Okay? Keep in mind. Maybe I add a leader, captain of the group. So captain of the group or leader, it's something they listen to. They follow easily. Like in the real program, there are two persons. They say, oh, this one can be a traitor and this one not, and I listen to them. So maybe I do a daily, maybe not, maybe I do. I'm not sure about that. A daily stitching on that whip. It's already a lot. And I'm not the best person in the mono and daily stitching on the same whip, even if it is for a week or longer. The idea was thus to do 100 stitches daily for the same whip for the leader of the group. So maybe I add it, maybe I don't. That's something I will do in brackets. Keep in mind. I will let you know next Flosstube if I will keep it or not, or you can add it or not. It's something I added in my head. I had a lot, so yeah. Locations, I didn't add more. I was also thinking to add a location to the after party, but then I had again stitching to do, and it's maybe too much. So then I let it away. I left it out. So maybe one thing I add is maybe I have to count first. Memory game is probably 100 or 200 stitches a day. So let's say 200. Then I have Uno Flip, 100. It's 300 stitches. 300 for Monopoly is 600 stitches a day. Then I have my daily suspect daily weapon. It's 800 already. See? Maybe I don't do the daily 100 again. I need like more than 1000 stitches a day to get everything done. And I didn't do 1000 stitches yesterday and the day before. On Saturday I can't do a lot of stitching either, because I filmed my Flosstube update, and then it's like a whole day preparing. Yeah, I'm not always great in preparing, but still it's a lot to prepare, to get everything ready, to print out everything, to take everything. So I lose almost a day a week with that only. Then the uploading, the editing, everything else. That's also the reason why I don't do Instagram now. I know I have a lot of followers there. I will try to do the highlights. I was also thinking for the Masked Singer to make I would say a video. It's not a video. It's like a PowerPoint. The reel with the videos that's I would say that flip around. No. Like a photo book that keeps flipping. Dia presentation? I'm not sure that's correct. But I thought something to do that because I have the Masked Singer. Then there is start and end photo and the cover photo. But if I do them all apart, all separate, then I have one for person, singer 1, singer 2, location is already 3 posts for only one thing. I didn't do any post about temperature, I would say temperature, Uno flip. I didn't do anything about memory. Yeah, I post them in Siske Stitches only. But otherwise, Traitors, all the other games, if I need to put everything on Instagram, I'm only making photos, not photos, how do you say it? Images with everything on it in Canva and posting it on Instagram, then I don't stitch anymore. Then I'm just always making that and don't stitch anymore. That's not my thing I want. That's also the reason why I will drop out of my Facebook games. I can't keep up. I have too much whips to post there, or I get in the jail of Facebook and I don't want it. So I will, with sad heart of course, I will leave them. It's not working. I will stay, but I'm not posting anymore. Yeah, that's also a thing you have to know. So I think if you want to see my whips and my progress, it's the best way to look here weekly in the weekend. Yeah, sorry, I have to make priorities. Life is not only stitching or posting or whatever. So yeah, I hope that was clear. If you have questions about the game, it's still the same. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook as Siske Stitches. You can message me. You can post a question in the Facebook group Siske Stitches. I'm around. Or if I'm asleep, I will answer later. I always answer. If you want my list, I can give you the allies, the weapons, and the locations that I had. The locations are funny too. Like the locations are Forbidden Forest, Hell, the cruise ship, Hogwarts Express, the fair, Diagon Alley, McDonald's, Hogwarts itself, the museum, and the gym. That's the locations with 10 whips. Now, maybe I will just say I'm here. If you want them written, you can message me. I will send it to you. Or you can pause and write it down, whatever you want to do. The allies, 20. Mrs. White, Dr. Orchid, Mrs. Peacock, Madame Rose, Miss Peach, Colonel Mustard, Miss Scarlet, and Professor Plum. Those are the 8 from the original clue. Harry Potter game then. Harry Potter, Hermione, Ron, Hagrid, Professor Dumbledore, and Professor Snape. A 6 from there. And then the last 6 from Supernatural were Dean Winchester, Sam Winchester, Castiel, Bobby, Sheriff Mills, and Crowley. If you watch them, you know who they are. If you want to have other contestants, go ahead, pick whoever you want. If you want to do The Simpsons and I don't know what other programs. If you other contestants from other shows. You can do whatever you want. Other Bridgerton's persons, or characters of Bridgerton the series. I say something, at these. So my weapons. 8 from the clue. Candlestick, lead pipe, the knife, the poison, the axe, a bomb, the rope, and the revolver. As 8 from clue. From Harry Potter I have Hagrid's crossbow, a winged catapult, super wizard cracker, the Avada Kedavra spell, a mandrake, and sword of Gryffindor. And then from the last 6 from Supernatural, it's the Colt, a demon bomb, a bomb for the demons, the first blade, the equalizer, a demon blade, so it's actually Ruby's knife, and angel blade. So demon blade is Ruby's knife, and angel blade. I don't have my stilo with me, my pen. Yeah, I will edit that. So demon blade is actually Ruby's knife. So that's my setup. So let's say, oh, it was a bit dizzy. I didn't eat today yet, and it's already evening. I have to eat. Yeah, if you have questions, please message me, as I said earlier. And I hope you have fun. You like this game too. You will use it also. It's not obligated, of course. I just want, it's fun if I see it's used by other stitchers too. It's, yeah, that's nice. It's like a kind of appreciation. If you want to do this monogamously, it can, Just set a stitch count for every person, every location, every weapon, and count up. Do the math, and you have all the stitch counts for monogamously. Do you want to have less whips? I had a whip for every contestant, every weapon, every location. You can do 10 whips, 2 whips. All was dividing by 20. 4 whips, multiplied, repeated, whatever you want. It has options. Go and do what you want. If you want to have less stitch counts than I had, here, like the murder is 100 stitches. If you want to do 50 stitches and 25 for the banishment, it's all fine. You can add what you want. You can leave out what you want. This is my game. My starting. So I will see what you will do with it. And it's getting dark here, so I leave you now. Happy stitching, and see you in the weekend with my whips. Bye.